Okay. Maurice, 2 more minutes and we will start. Okay, Maurice?
Oh, that's fine.
You're not in Houston, Maurice, yeah?
Austin.
Austin, yeah. I didn't know this sofa. So that's how I figured. I don't know this sofa.
No, it's my grandson's bed.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think we should start, okay?
Sure.
So since I'm doing today, share screen, sound, and this. Okay, you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move first to the song. And you remember that unlike Michael, I cannot move the words to the song. So
Okay.
just a moment. Okay, here it is.
Schwachte kommen und verleiten, ständig liebe gute Zeiten. Noch im Sommer steht schon hinten, Baldatien mit die Winden. Ich will nicht gehen in Rede, nein, nein. Weil der Rapper schmeißt Geseder, ich will nicht gehen in Rede. Und der kann schick durch die Beine, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, ich will nicht gehen in Rede. Steht schon du nicht Wahrheit, der war Helfer bei der Sache. Mit der Stecken an Lanternen, eingesunken soll wären. Ich will nicht gehen in Rede, nein, nein. Wenn der Rebbe schmeißt Geseder, ich will nicht gehen in Rede. Und ich kann schick dresch die Beine, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, ich will nicht gehen in Rede. Zu Eufen heißt, das heißt es gar, der Schnee ist weiß, will sich glitschen, ein Kartoffeln und duldt uns mit Virobes, will nicht gehen in Rede, nein, nein, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Geseder, will nicht gehen in Rede, und der kann sich dresch die Beine, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, will nicht gehen in Rede, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, will nicht gehen in Rede.
Okay. Okay, the size of the letters are okay with you guys?
Good.
Okay, so Henrietta, can you start reading the English?
Oh my God. Okay, bye. Oh my God.
Henrietta, can you please start reading?
Many of us envision the Cheder of the old country as a place where little Jewish boys study eagerly under the wise, benevolent guidance of learned teachers. But Yiddish literature sometimes paints a very different picture that cries out for reform. The mashkilim of the 19th century wished to broaden the education of Jewish boys to include modern history, mathematics, science, and the language of the nation where the Jews were living. Some thought that even the Jewish subjects were badly taught. Many writers objected to the methods of rote learning. Anske observed, when we speak of Orthodox Jewish education, usually what comes to the foreground is the old Cheder in its ignorance, Malamed, and his archaic method of instruction and the unhygienic environment. Others had bitter memories of corporal punishment. I don't know.
Kanchik.
Donchik, a whip, was universally feared. In his book, The Words of Shalom Aleichem, Jeremy Dauber writes that Shalom Aleichem complained that he didn't understand a word of the Talmudic speech he had to give at his bar mitzvah. He also remembered that one of his Melamedim routinely poked the children so hard with his finger that it made you see your grandfather in the word to come. Shalom Aleichen's gloomy poem from the Cheder was turned into the popular song, Ich will nicht gehen in the Cheder. I don't want to go to school. The music is by Joseph Chernovisky, and Ludwig Satz recorded it in 1924. You want me to go on?
Yeah, finish it.
Duelin means to drive someone crazy. The fear of his probably refers to a biblical or a Talmudic text. Dreschen de Beiner means to beat them back and blue. And here it is sung by Helen Englinger from her album Alulu.
Thank you. Thank you. Hilda,
Yes.
can you please read?
Schlachter kommen und verarbeiten. Ständig liebe gute Zeiten. Nach dem Sommer steht schon hinten bald der Oisies mit die Winden. Winden, ja.
Vinkl,
Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder, ich will, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Geseder, ja.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nein, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. Und der Kanchik dreist die Beine. Lernen aber will nicht gehen. Oh nein, will nicht keiner. Nein.
Yeah, good. Now, start translating it. If you have a problem, Maurice will help, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Schlechter kommen und verarbeiten. Schlechter kommen. What does that mean? Something comes.
Yeah, so it's the word is understood. Schlechte Zeiten, bad times. Schlechte Zeiten kommen, bad times come.
I can't see Zeiten.
Yeah,
Right,
it's not here.
understood. No, it's not written there, but
I see.
I couldn't figure it out. It took me a while to figure it out. Schlechte Zeiten kommen und verarbeiten, and they replace ständig, always, liebe gute Zeiten, sweet good times.
Verarbeiten is
To replace.
Is to
right.
replace.
Right.
Okay.
Beiten by itself means to change, but verarbeiten means to replace, because in the summer, they don't have to go to Cheder. Those are the liebe gute Zeiten, the sweet good times, but he knows what's coming at the end of the summer.
Okay, noch im Sommer, after the summer, stehen sein hinten, behind there, bald der Oischen mit die Winden. Oischen is words,
It's
letters.
autumn. Ossian is. There are two words in Yiddish for autumn. There's Herbst and there's Ossian. Herbst is Germanic and Ossian, I think, is Polish or Slavic.
Okay, I didn't
Okay,
do
so
that
just-
very well.
Just a moment, we have a question and afterwards you will continue. Yes, Steve?
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah, Maurice, the word far by or verbieten, does that also mean pass by, or am I confusing that?
Vorbeigain means to pass by.
Far by again, okay,
By
thank you.
gain, right? And this is verbieten is to replace, from biten to change.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, there is, can I just say, there is a song, Ich
Mhm.
will dir keinmal nicht verbeiten. I'll never
Oh, there you go.
replace you. Yeah,
Oh,
Mhm.
wow. Okay, great. You'll have to
Good.
sing it for us.
okay.
Okay, go on, Hilda.
Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Keseder. I don't want to go to Cheder because the rabbi is always hitting you.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. Nein, no. Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. I don't want to go to Cheder. Und der Kanchik dreischt die Beine.
Flesh debana, right.
Because the what is it? A cane
A whip.
or
A
a
whip
whip.
is a whip, yeah.
Okay, because the whip is always coming down on you.
Right.
Okay. Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. I don't want to go to school. I've said that. Und kann ich durch die Beine lernen, aber will nicht keiner. And because nobody, however, wants to learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The
Okay,
country
yeah.
doesn't seem to help.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you, Hilda. Thank you. Sergio, please.
Frei. Steht schon da nicht weit. Der Behelfer bei der Seite mit den Stecken. Lantern. Eingesunken soll werden. And there he stands no far. What is there by helper?
Helper.
The
Who helps?
assistant,
Rabbi's helper.
the assistant,
The helper.
rabbi's assistant, the helper, right.
The helper in a side with a stick.
Mhm.
A lantern. What is a lantern?
The lantern.
A lantern for light,
For
Una lámpara. Linterna.
a lantern.
a lantern, right, for to light up the room.
Ja. Eingesunken soll werden. Eingesunken, drunk?
No,
Drowned.
drowned.
Let him sink into the ground. To hell
Sink,
with him.
sinket soll sein.
He
Right,
should
He
only
will
drop
be.
dead.
right, he should drop dead.
It's a bad wish.
Can someone say when three people explain,
Okay, I got it.
we don't
Okay.
get it. Some of
Okay.
us don't get it, not all of
Okay.
you.
So, Maurice, say it again, please. So,
Okay, steht schon, and he's already standing there. Du nicht weit, not here, not far away. The helper at the side of the rabbi by der Zeit, mit der Stecken, he's holding a stick, a lantern, and a lantern. Eingesunken soll werden. You know, to hell with him. Let him drop dead.
okay. Morty, yes, please.
Yeah, just wanted to clear up one thing. The helper wasn't with a lantern to light up the cheder. He was there because he picked up the children from their houses and took them by the hand to the cheder. So the lantern, because they used to go very early and in the winter it was dark and come back at night, the lantern was to illuminate the road.
Okay, thank you.
The road.
Good.
Aber so, ich meine, als der Stecken ist gewesen gegen die Hint, nicht die Kinder.
Auch de Kinder.
Nein,
Beide.
ist nicht am Melamed.
Well,
Ist der
eingesunken
Helfer,
soll
das ist ein
werden.
bisschen anders.
Eingesunken soll werden is a pretty strong condemnation.
Curse.
So I think they must have really hated him for a reason.
Ja.
Okay. Sergio, just read it. We already translated it, but just read it, okay? Ich will nicht gehen
Okay.
in Cheder.
Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder, weil der Rabbi schmeißt Keseder. Nein, nein, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder und der Kanchik drescht die Beine lernen, aber will nicht keiner.
Okay, thank you.
Maurice?
We already translated
Yeah.
it, so but just you
Okay.
know, so just to read it. Okay, thank you, Sergio. Steve,
Okay. Zit.
Seat.
Seed.
Seat.
Oh, see.
Sieht hinzu, Eufen Eis.
Mhm.
Das Eis ist glatt, der Schnee ist weiß, will sich glitschen.
Mhm.
Katoves.
Gatovis.
Und duldt uns mit 4
Oves.
Oves.
Good.
Mhm,
Oves.
mhm.
Okay, this is schwer for me. I sit.
No, it's not sitting.
Okay.
Seed. It's
Seen.
seed.
Seen is to pull, to call someone.
It pulls towards the ice. It pulls.
In other words, the ice is calling to the kids. The kids
Oh,
are
I
thinking
see.
about
I see.
the
Okay.
the frozen water. It's seat ahinsu. It's pulling us there
Mhm.
onto the ice.
You know what? Well, I'm going to let you do this because I'm going to make a mess of it. This is a little hard for me.
Okay.
Okay, Maurice.
Das ice is glatt. The ice is smooth. Der Schnee is weiß. The snow is white. Wilt sich glitschen. You want to skate. You want to slip and slide on the ice. Akatovis. You know, what fun. Und duldt uns mit 4 Oves. And so the refers to the Rebbe. He's driving us crazy with 4 Oves. It must be a passage from the Bible or from the Talmud. I don't know what the 4 Oves
Well,
is.
would that be the forefathers?
Yeah, the
Yes,
forefather.
Yeah, yeah,
The forefathers.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, 3 sind die Oves.
The
and
spears
4
and
sind
the
die
Emes.
Vier
Okay.
sind
The 4 Oves, which I don't know about. I know about the 3 sind die Oves and 4
Spears
sind
and
die
the
Emes.
Emes.
When I know
Yes.
is their gut, and I'm not going to sing the song, but you know,
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
4 Oves, maybe, I don't know.
Don't know.
All right, somebody else. go
Okay,
on.
so Steve, just read
Will
what
niet-
we already translated.
Ich
Yeah.
will nicht gehen in Heder, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Keseder.
Stay there, right.
Nein, nein, ich will nicht gehen in Heder. Und der Kanchik dreischende Beine lernen, aber will nicht keiner. Nein, nein.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
Yes, you can, Neely. Look at
I
the
don't
guy, the
understand.
children. It's
No.
wonder- Yeah,
The
Neely.
Cheder, I understand the circumstances with the Cheder, but what is the sit into?
Seeing is to pull,
See-
to attract someone. Seeing is, so it pulls us. Hinzu over there.
Oh, it pulls us
frozen-
over the ice?
Yeah, it
to the ice,
No,
right?
no, it doesn't pull you, it draws you to the
Yeah,
ice.
it
you,
draws
right.
you to the ice.
The
Yeah.
ice, because
Okay,
it's
thank
smooth
you.
and the snow is white, and they know what fun
Yeah,
they can
yes, I
have. They're
understand.
dreaming of the frozen water, and he's boring them with the fear of us.
Mhm.
Yes, this I understand, only these two
Okay.
words.
So let's listen to it once again.
Thank you.
Sure.
ewig liebe gute Zeiten. Noch ein Sommer steht schon hinten, bald Asien mit die Winden. Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder, nein, nein. Weil der Rapper schmeißt Geseder, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. Und ich kann schick drasch die Beine, lernen, aber ich will nicht keiner, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. Und ich steht schon du nicht Wahrheit, der Behelfer bei der Sache, mit der Stecken an Lanternen, eingesunken soll er werden. Ich will nicht gehen in Cheder, nein, nein, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Geseder, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. Und ich kann schick drasch die Beine, lernen, aber ich will nicht keiner, ich will nicht gehen in Cheder. Zieht dahin zu Eufen heiß, das heißt es gar, der Schnee ist weiß, will sich glitschen, ein Ketobes, und duldt uns mit Vierobes, will nicht gehen in Cheder, nein, nein, weil der Rebbe schmeißt Geseder, will nicht gehen in Cheder, und ich kann schick drasch die Beine, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, will nicht gehen in Cheder, lernen, aber will nicht keiner, will nicht gehen in Cheder.
Okay.
What he didn't say is how the students got back to the rabbi. What the students did, which someday Dave can tell you the stories of his yeshiva days and what they did to get to get back to the rabbi.
Okay. Is Dave there?
He is, but it's the stories are too long. Another time.
Another time.
Another
Okay.
time. He's right here. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, do you have any question, any comments? You're all muted, so before talking, just unmute yourself, okay?
Okay.
So, any questions? Yeah, Rachel?
My mother used to say, "Ga geen op patjes, ze zijn de eltebubbe van de ogen," which goes into that same kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Your
Steve?
great grandfather.
I just thought that the fiddle in this song was just wonderful.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's why it really
Yeah.
knocked me out.
Good.
Okay, any more comments before we move to the story?
By the way, I just want to say the earliest recording that I mentioned in the introduction is actually on YouTube. So if you're interested in hearing that 1924, who was it? Ludwig Zatz, I think. I didn't use it because it's hard to make out. It's hard to hear it clearly. But if you're interested in a very early version, just look on YouTube. You can find it.
Okay, thank you, Maurice. Marsha, yes?
I didn't understand what Rochelle said. She said it all in Yiddish. Could she translate it? Yes, certainly. My mother used to say that I will give you a slap and you will see your great grandmother before your eyes. It's like seeing stars before, we say
Right.
you'll see stars, but in Yiddish, it's you see your grandfather, your great grandfather, whoever they pick.
Please repeat it in Yiddish, the saying.
Ga geen op patch, wirst du sehen die Eltebubbe vor die Augen.
Great grandmother.
Rochale?
Two things. One, I want to make a statement about my frustration of misunderstanding the Torah. והרבצת בהם תורה, das meint nicht Zacke, als wir mich schlugen, physisch. Und das ist rübergegangen zu andere Völkern euch. Das ist eine schreckliche Sache. So, das ist eine Sache. Die zweite Sache, es kann sein, ich darf weggehen ein bisschen früher, so ich will wünschen alle einen guten und einen Geschmack Danktag. Es kann sein, dass es ein Rückfall früher hat. Seid gesund. Bye.
Okay.
Geh noch nicht weg, oder?
Okay. Okay, so I let you read now at the beginning.
Where can you go, Rachel? Don't you have a lot of snow?
Nein, ich habe nicht keinen Schnee. Eins ist ein schöner, warmer Tag. 44 Fahrenheit.
Oh,
Schnee in den ja, lach.
That's not
Rochale, ins mir sucht sie so kalt waren, sie 46 und sie so kalt. Die sucht sie 44, sie so warm.
Du, wenn der ist gewesen 36. Das ist schon zu kalt von mir. 44, ich kann das überleben.
Everything is relative.
Als geht er auf 40, das wird schon ganz kalt. Alles ist relativ, emes. Ja, der Schnee ist aufgegangen im Meire von uns, in Buffalo. Ich wohne in Rheinbeck, wo es ist Mizrach und mehr Durum, ich meine, von dort. Nein, es wird kein Schnee. Und interessant, mein Cousin in Montreal, wo es wohnt gleich von uns, oder zu von, hat schon genug Schnee. Oder das ist ein Säckerle, ich meine Pocket.
A Keschene.
A Keschele, wo es mehr warm du. Ja, ich habe bemerkt, ich habe gewohnt in Korbelskill, wo es ist mehr zu von, allemal ist gewesen ein Unterschied. Dort ist gewesen ein Schnee, du ist gewesen ein bisschen. So, du ist ein bisschen ähnlich zu Florida und zu dir.
Ja.
Wir kriegen den Schnee, ich bin sicher 100%.
Bei uns in Toronto ist gewesen gemacht gar nicht kein Schnee. Nur gegen das Wasser.
Oh, interessant.
Sie gewesen Wind in kalt, aber nicht kein Schnee.
Wir haben gekriegt ein bisschen Schnee, oder es ist schon weg. Es ist viele nicht kein Inch.
Ja.
Oder es ist alles weg, also ist es nicht gewesen.
Rochele, ist deinen daheim die 4 Tage jetzt oder der Geist weg?
Verdanktag?
Ja.
Oh, die Mädchen kommen zu uns.
Okay, weil mein Sohn jetzt, die Minute, geht in Spital in Rheinbeck.
Oh.
In the emergency room. Und ich will efter morgen dort gehen, zu Rheinbeck. Efter will ich dich anrufen, is that okay?
Ja, ich habe das selbst, lass mal wissen. Ja. Ich hoffe, soll rausgehen gesund und besser von der Situation.
Ja.
So meine 2 Töchter kommen mit der 4 Ähnlichkeit oder mein Sohn hat beschlossen nicht zu kommen, weil du sie zu viel fliehen für ihn. Will haben eine Wintervakatie, will glitschen sich, also wie die Kinder.
Oh, also wie die Kinder.
Ja, will
okay,
so,
guys.
Also wir kommen in Dezember und jetzt, sagt, dass sie zu viel. So, okay.
Okay.
Sie sind dann freilich, wenn kommen.
Okay, let's move on to the story. And Rochelle, we hope everything will turn out okay.
Thank you.
So, let's move on to the story, because if we will keep talking about the weather, we will not finish ever. So Rochale, as long as you're here, start reading.
Isaac Meir Dick. Okay.
Yeah, that's just a moment. I found in one place that he was born 807, and after a while I found in another place 814. So one of those. So.
Kennst du etwas erzählen von ihm? Ich denke nicht, dass wir gerät von ihm haben.
Yeah, I think Maurice talked about him last time, no?
Yeah.
Ja, du hast Shalom Aleichem, meinst du, von einem Jari? Das ist
das ist etwas anderes.
That's der Yored. Der Yored is someone who became bankrupted.
Oh, okay.
Entschuldig mich, der Yored.
Yeah, der Yored, yeah.
Okay, the Yored.
Yeah, is someone who is he was bankrupted. He's seeing
became poor.
Worst time, yeah. And a little bit about Isaac Meir Dick, even though Maurice talked about him, there is so much about him. He wrote so many things, but he supported the Enlightenment, and his writing are against, the old traditions. So in a lot of his stories, he's poking fun about those traditions, is trying to get Jews to understand the new world, the new traditions. He even wrote once to the authorities, asking them to ban the traditional garments of the Jews. So he was a very interesting guy, and I send you a connection, a link from the Yiddish lexicon about him. So that's about 3 pages of writing about him, and I guess there is a lot more. So I can send it again, and I think that also Michael attached the link to his weekly newsletter. So, but basically his writings were meant to enlighten the Jewish people, to get them out of their old tradition and the dark ages, like he called it. Okay, Rochale.
Eine wunderliche Geschichte, der Jöred, entschuldigt. Eine wunderliche Geschichte, wo es hat getroffen mit einem Reb Tzadok von Nikolsburg. Es ist sich von der Meise aufzunehmen am Musar Haskel, als der Mensch soll nicht tun, kein Falsch, und in der größten Neut soll man sich hitten von Bettelbräu. So it's a wondrous story that happened with someone named Reb, it's a Mr., right? Tzadok from Nikolsburg. So you can learn, you can get some moral idea, or how would I translate that? You can get from the story a lesson, a moral lesson, that a person will not do any wrong in the biggest need, I'm not sure.
Need, and in the biggest
bigger need, and you should be careful from handouts.
Yes.
Und auf ewig, als jener verflucht, der was hat nur einmal versucht, okay, and for ever.
Yes.
Yes.
The other one is being damned or cursed. The one that only one time versucht.
Tasted.
What?
Tasted.
I didn't understand.
Tasted, like taste.
How will you translate the whole sentence, Marty?
If I can. And forever is the other one cursed or something like that. That one who even tasted it once. He's talking about
tried it, like trying it.
Tried it once,
right.
tasted it once.
Tasted it once.
ויקוים בנו, אל תביאנו לידי מתנס, בוסר וודום. I guess this is how you read it in Yiddish, I'm not sure. How do you say בשר ודם in Yiddish? How do you read it?
בוסר ודום.
בוסר
ודום, ודאי. So, and this shall be this will happen to us. This will this can be sustained with us. I'm not sure how to translate it. I understand it, but I'm having a hard time translating it.
And this will happen.
This shall be sustained with us.
Sustained or happened.
Okay. Don't bring us into the gift of the human.
Of the human being, yeah.
Meat and blood, but I think it means a person.
It's human. It's
so
human.
Don't be needy.
It
I don't
doesn't
understand.
mean
I don't understand the
reality.
meaning.
The Yud Shapira. So it was copied and collected by Yud Shapira in Warsaw in Yud Lebenshorn's Typografie. So that's the name of the place in Warsaw. 1850.
Okay, just a moment, Rochale, before you continue. Yes, Morty, and then Rochelle, we will tell.
Yeah, I think that the last sentence has to be understood in the sense of the previous information, of course. Alta vienu lidim matnat basar vedam. Don't keep us from having to rely on gifts from human beings.
From human beings.
Right.
Okay, it answers your question,
Yes.
Rochelle?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and now his writing, you see, it was collected in 1855. So I wanted to bring the story, once for the story itself, because I think the story is very interesting, and second, for the style that it was written. It's very early Yiddish style with a lot of Hebrew, and not only Hebrew, but like biblical Hebrew, Vayehi, or Alta vienu, and then Vayas lo Shem. That's very biblical Hebrew, and that's like, you know, like the chapters in the Bible are beginning. So that's the same style. And Mendele afterwards, after him, he used also in some of his writing also used this style. So I think we will need Morty quite a lot in this reading.
Don't put me on the spot.
No, I know.
But
I
also,
know.
there's also a lot of Deutschmarisch, like
Yes.
war.
Yes, yeah. So, but we will get over it. We will do it slowly, and we will get over it. Rochale, just finish another one. Read one.
Ja, das ist auch interessant geklärt, weil will wegam von der Traditie oder schreibt und redet wie die Traditie.
Yeah, okay, but that's because
Weil he
okay, go.
Und ja, und es war in der Stadt Nikolsburg, hat gewohnt einmal Gewandkrämer. So it's like, as it happened, this is how the story begins. Once upon a time, there was in the city of Nikolsburg, lived once upon a time, I guess, a fabric owner.
Yeah.
But what is
Kramer is not owner, he's
seller. Merchant.
No, un esvar. Together, what does it?
And there was.
It is Vayehi.
Okay.
Un esvar is Vayehi.
Oh, okay. So I guess right.
And then
okay,
German.
I wasn't sure. Okay, thank you.
Entschuldig mir.
Ja.
Wenn Allemann redt, ich kann nicht verstehen, gar nicht.
Okay, so Rochale asked, what is un esvar? Un esvar is German, comes from the German, and it's derselbe Sach azoi wie Vayehi. And it was.
It was.
Okay. Go on, Rochale.
Okay, so hat geheißen Reb Tzadok Pikante. His name was Reb Tzadok Pikante. Ist gewesen ein größer Baal Parnusse und war in der Stadt gerechnet für einen größten Katzin? Katzin, okay. So he was a big
rich man.
What?
A rich man.
Yeah, but he was a big rich. He was, yeah, but I was trying to stick to the text. He was a big income owner, something like that. Like he did well.
Don't we say big macher?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same, Nili. It's funny, but
I like it anyway, Nili. and I guess, and he was considered in the town or in the city, right? A
Yes.
big leader.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Rochale. So Ma'erev, yes.
So from the little pre-reading that was able to do with this, it's really interesting because the Hebrew quote at the beginning of each of the numbered passages is then repeated sometimes in a slightly modified way in the Yiddish.
Yes, yes.
So
yes.
it's don't be surprised if there's a reference in the Yiddish back to the Hebrew quote at the beginning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Can I just mention, so I read somewhere online, I can send it to you, that he wanted Yiddish to be, his elevated Yiddish there was Hebrew, but then he went right to a Germanic Yiddish. The more Germanic, the better the Yiddish.
Well, that was the idea then.
At that time. No, but he promoted it. He promoted it. Yeah.
Morty, yes?
I just wanted to go back to the Balparnose. In Yiddish, that is like saying, for example, you call a fat person, you call it Balbusser. Literally the owner of flesh, but it means a fat person. In this case, Balparnose means literally the owner of a fortune, so it really means a rich man.
Okay. Thank you, Morty. Go on, read. Read 2. Oh, it will be easy. Read 2. Good.
Vayaz Shem, and he made a name for himself. Euch hat sich gemacht a großen Numen in der Stutt mit seinen Neduvis in Tzedekis. He also gave himself a big name in the city with his Neduvis
Charity.
with his charity, and Tzedekis is his good deeds. Es ist ihm in der Schule keinmal ein Aliyah für ihn zu teuer gewesen. There was never in the synagogue an Aliyah that was too costly for him. Is noch dazu gewesen a größer meader bemitzvahs. And he was also a serious follower or complier with mitzvot, with commandments.
He was a religious.
Yeah, not only religious. Erotamul batzut para Esrog $100. He paid once for an etrog. Everybody knows what etrog is. 100 talents. Thaler or talents was the currency in Germany. But seine Kinder hat allemol gedingen die beste Melamden. For his children, he always hired the best teachers. In hat euch machse gewein auf sein Tisch ure Melamden. And he also had room, to say it some way, in his table for poor students. Und wie ist gewein, and wherever he was, also ist euch gewein sein Weib. Just as he was, in the same way was his wife. Sehr a tires Mensch, in a große Eshet Chayil, in der zu euch sehr schön. A very wonderful, a very beloved person, and a big Eshet Chayil, woman of valor, to translate directly, in der zu euch sehr schön. And on top of that, very beautiful. Sie ist gewein euch viel klüger für ihn, in hat verstanden der Geschäft viel besser als She was also much more intelligent, much smarter than he was, and understood the business much better than he did.
Where do you find such a woman? Okay. It's wonderful.
If my wife was with me, I would say here.
He had a lot of money, so he paid to get her.
We are all here.
Probably.
Aisha's Chayil.
Aisha's Chayil, yeah.
Also the dunya.
Yeah. Michael, can you read or not?
Ja, ich kann lernen.
Okay, so read.
Okay. Aber mein Hebräisch ist nicht so gut.
Ach lo leolam chosen. Here it is. Ach lo
Ihr könnt mir
leolam
nicht helfen.
chosen.
Ja. Ach lo leolam chosen.
Yeah.
Was ich meine, ich weiß nicht, was das meint.
Here, you will have it when you read the Yiddish, you will
Oh,
get
okay.
it.
Aber der Glück bleibt nicht auf ewig 3 Dimension. So his luck or happiness was not was meant 3.
I think it's
It
not.
didn't last forever. It didn't
Faithful.
last forever.
Yeah,
okay,
but-
so
Okay, yeah. Try is to be להיות נאמן, is to
Be
be
faithful.
faithful. So the luck is not always faithful to people.
to people. Okay.
It
cool.
it comes and go. It comes and goes.
das
It's not
mean-
always.
Und das ist dieselbe Sache wie dem Hebräisch?
Yes, yes, it's
Okay.
exactly dieselbe Sache. Yeah.
Okay. In der Welt muss sich alles umdrehen. So in this world, in der Welt, yeah, in this world, everything must go away, must have its end.
Turn around.
Turn around.
What?
Noch einmal?
Turn around.
Okay.
Oh.
Turn around.
Okay, to turn around. Okay. Okay, like drehen. Okay. Azoi ist da euch gewesen mit dem Reb Tzadik, Tzadok?
Yeah.
Tzadok Fikante. Das ist ein Nomen.
Yes.
Okay, so this is it was like this also with Reb Tzadok Fikante. Then einmal zum ersten Seder ist geworden sehr a große Sarfe?
Sreife.
Sreife. Okay. So there was once zum ersten Seder. Some ersten Seder would be in the first place.
In
No,
the
the
first
night of Pesach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was being okay. So the once on the first night of Pesach, there was what is Sefer?
Fire.
Or Serfa. Say it again.
Sreife.
Sreifa.
Fire.
Great fire.
Okay, so on the first night of Pesach, there was a great fire, a big fire.
Okay. Michael, just a moment. I see that there is a question, Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Umdrehen, is a prefix that means not, doesn't it? Or am I misunderstanding? Is he saying you have to turn or you must not turn?
No. That's also Deutsch, Marish. It also comes from the German. Umdrehen, to turn around. In German is everything that goes around.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
So we have here German and Hebrew and Yiddish.
My life wasn't tough enough, right? Yeah.
Okay, Michael, go on,
Und es sind verbrannt geworden, sehr viel Häuser. So, and there were a lot of houses that burned down. Und euch, die Krom mit die Scheures von dem Reb Tzadok. And so Reb Tzadok's store with a lot of merchandise burnt down. Und euch sein Stub mit Gor die Wirtschaft, silberne Gefäß und Gefäß und sehr viel Zierung und euch sehr viel Papieren auf Herrschaften. So and so also his house with all the Wirtschaft.
Wirtschaft is things. Again,
Okay,
German, things.
So all of his belongings, his
Yeah.
house with all of his belongings,
Yes.
silver Gefäß.
Gefäß is
like dishes.
No, yeah. Okay, it's like
Maybe silverware.
silverware. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
Silverware.
And a lot of Zierung.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
Oh, jewelry, and also a lot of papers with Herrschaften.
So a lot of papers that detailed what he owns, like land, like things that land owning or something
Okay,
like
so
this.
like deeds, papers,
Yes, yes.
papers with deeds.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Properties.
Properties.
Sein Schaden war groß, gar unbeschreiblich.
Unbeschreiblich.
So his loss was great, a very
Indescribable.
Indescribable, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Oy.
Thank you. So Brenda, go on. And I will read the Hebrew and the Yiddish is translating it later. ויהי להם ימי החג לאבל. So go, start with the Yiddish.
Nee, nicht Finnisch. Das ist zu schwer für mich.
Ist zu schwer? Okay.
Ja,
okay.
es ist zu schwer.
No, kein Problem. Okay, Rochelle, you want to try?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Der Jontiv war bei sie zum Treuer und zum Gewein, and the holiday was for them tragic, and they cried. Und sein und sein Freu haben gar nicht gewusst, wohin man soll sich kehren und wenden. He and his wife didn't know where they should go and where they should wander.
Turn. Where should they
wenden, turn. Okay. Gute Freund haben sie a bissel untergeholfen, aber es ist schon sei nicht möglich gewesen, der Geschäft wieder herzustellen, so wie früher. Good friends helped them somewhat, but they weren't able to start the business again or to resurrect the business again.
Exactly. Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, go on a little bit more.
Give me the Hebrew.
לא ארכו הימים.
Okay. Es gewährt nicht, that's the German, es gewährt nicht lang und sie haben Nebach dem Platz gemusst verkaufen, zu machen a klein Kämmerl von Glogevier. I don't know that word.
Glogevier. Schoire.
Okay, what's Glogevier?
Glogevier, I'm not sure. I think that Morty is checking it out for us.
Yes.
Okay, so they had to sell whatever it was that they had and then made a small, some kind of store.
Yeah, but I think I see that Morty is checking what is Glogevier. I really don't know. So let's wait a moment and see what it means.
And what is a Kreml?
Chanut is a store.
It doesn't show here.
No, it doesn't show.
It doesn't show.
Something.
Well, Gewehr, I don't know what the prefix is, but Gewehr is like stuff.
Arms. Gewehr is also arms.
Arms.
but
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Maybe the rest of the story will give us the meaning.
No, it won't.
Okay, and
Okay.
It
ויחיו
doesn't.
חיי צער.
You would guess that they carried on the business in some kind of a, like more like a peddler or, not having a storefront, but, as best they could with, without having the storefront kind of thing.
No, they say that they have a klein Kreml,
A little
small
store.
store, a
Okay.
small store. So they had a store, but we just don't know what this was. that
Okay,
they
okay.
circling now, and Morty is still looking for. So let's go on. ויחיו חיי צער.
okay.
And
Und haben gelebt sehr arm, and they lived very poor. Die größte Leid von Stadt haben mit dem Rebzadik sehr Rachmanis gehabt. They had a lot of pity or compassion for him.
So who are the größte Leid von Stutt?
The biggest, the most important people in the city.
Yes.
Had compassion for him.
Yes.
Aber noch haben sie nicht gewusst, mit was man soll ihn kennen helfen, but they didn't know how to help him.
Yes.
They wollten ihm machen war Namen in der Stadt. I don't know what that means. Namen? They would make him for a what?
Some kind of no.
Important person.
But not only, it's something that,
official.
An official, exactly.
Official.
That's
Okay,
the word, an
Damon.
official.
An official in the city. Aber der Präsident, but the president, aber der Präsident von die Stadt hat es nicht zugelassen. But the president of the city didn't allow it, weil der Rebzadik is given a größer
Balchov.
He didn't allow it because he was a big what?
He had a lot of debts.
It
was a lot of debts because he lost everything, so he had a lot of debts.
Okay, Balchov und die Gesetze is as men soll nicht untreuen,
good.
Untreuen
Gehaltsgeld, yes.
Gehaltsgeld azoi a Mensch, wer es hat schon einmal bankrottiert. That they shouldn't, something with the money.
No, so he had lots of debts, and the law, the Gesetz, the law was that they shouldn't
trust
the money of the people, the money of the community, to such people
who already were bankrupt.
Yes, that were already bankrupt. Everything is clear, guys. I know it's a very difficult story, but I wanted to bring it because also because of the moral afterwards, but also because of the style, because it's very interesting. So Susan, please. Yeah, Rochale. Yeah, just a moment, Susan. Rochale.
I was just thinking exactly like what you were saying. I was just thinking about it, that he's a Tegemishter Mensch. I don't know how to say that. He wants to be like the Enlightenment. He's pushing in German words, but at the same time, he brings in Hebrew. It's like, I'm a kol yachol. I can handle both, Is it a little bit of a show off? I don't know,
Maybe.
In Arabic, I learned there's a man that was called an adib. Adib is a man that knows everything for the time. He knows old literature, new literature, he knows poetry. So it feels a little bit that maybe he was like that, but also maybe to show, hey, I know both sides. And let me show you how much I know, because even the Hebrew is not a simple Hebrew, it's all biblical and like Shakespearean, So Just a thought. I wanted to add to what.
I just think they used to think and talk like this and use many languages together.
No,
Parallel.
not so much. No, the simple Jew in the shtetl didn't.
Not a simple, but he is not a simple. He is
but he's writing for the simple
He's
person.
a writer.
But he's writing for the simple person. So that's something that we have to think about.
Mina,
Yes.
I think that because Isaac Mayadik, because many of his writings were so unorthodox and they were so radical for his day, that this may have been a way to kind of establish his authority. In other words, maybe not in this story, but in other stories that are really radical, he starts it off with something biblical or Talmudic to establish his authority, to show that he's not just some radical who knows nothing about Jewish tradition. That might have been his thinking.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Myra?
So let me give a slightly different view. As I think I'm like almost halfway through the story, and I think he's trying also to make this a moral parable where he wants to constantly relate it back to, religious ideas of how a moral life should be and all that. We won't know till we get way farther in the story, but I don't think he's doing it just to show off. I think he's trying to show that tell the story in a way that relates it back to, the teachings.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, Susan. 6. ויהי כאשר קצרה נפשם בעמל האיש ההוא. The Yiddish will do it.
Und es war, als die große Leid von Stutt haben nicht gekannt mehr der Trugen. And it happened that the important people in the town couldn't take it anymore. Dem Tsar von diesem gefallenen Oisher. They couldn't take anymore the tragedy or the sadness of this fallen rich man. Then was tug is geworden Ormer und Ormer, who day by day was becoming poorer and poorer.
ויבעצו יחדיו. Go on.
Ist bei sie geblieben, als man soll machen, a Kosev und alle große Leid und der Rov sollen sich unter Kosmenen als der Reb Tzadok is an Odom Choshev und a Yirei Elohim Baemis. Okay. So they remain by then the fact that they should write, and a kotev is a written document would be like
but it's an official, like an official.
Official document, and all the important people and the rabbi himself will sign it. The fact that Reb Tzaddik is an Odom Choshev, is an important man, and he respects God. God-fearing. He's truly a God-fearing man. V'chein soll man sein im unterzuhelfen b'chol ir. So they'll find a way to help him along from city to city. And that's Hebrew. Ir. Dem Kotev soll man geben dem Reb Tzadok und soll mit ihm herumfahren. They should give this document, this writ, to Reb Tzadok, and he should travel around with it in der Welt as he goes around the world.
Just a moment, Susan. It's really interesting. You know, they are just like getting rid of him. Should other people take care of him and give him something? Just go away.
That's the point.
It's a very interesting idea.
Denn sie haben klar gewusst, also soll a Kotov, was es wollen sein auf ihm, ich hoss mit die größte Leid von Nikolsburg. Okay, all right, to find the beginning.
Yeah.
So in that way, this document, which will be carried with him and signed by the important people of Nikolsburg and by the rabbi, wird in der Welt sehr wichtig sein, will be in the world around them very important, und wird bevadai machen a sach Geld, and he will surely be able to make a lot of money too.
Okay, it was very customary. It was very customary to do it. And people used to go from town to town with this, you know, with a stickerle papier, and people used to take them in, give them food, give them places to live, and it became like, you know, a mikzoa, like a job. It was a job description. It's like Gein über the Eise, so it's not only Gein über the Eise, it's Gein über the State. Von der Stuhl zur Stuhl. Mariv?
I think I read somewhere that maybe it was even in this story, I can't remember, that it was a thing to go around collecting money for a good cause, like rebuilding a synagogue or something.
This is something else. Those were shlichim.
Ah.
Those were shlichim, yeah. But those here it's not for a good cause. It's for him himself, you know, to support himself. So, yeah. So
and it's a way to get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a way to get rid of him and just, you know, go away. Do it in another place. Okay, David Katz, 8. ויעשו כאשר יעשו.
Und sie haben es euch getan, wie sie haben sich Miyayats given. And they did it like so, as they were advised, you know. Sie haben abgeschrieben dem Ksav und haben sich untergeschrieben. They wrote up the document and they all signed it. And es hat mir nicht gefällt, nor dem Rovs Hasima und weiter nicht. And it was just lacking the, I guess, the rabbi's signature.
And בימים ההם.
Yeah, and by in these times is given a rov in Nikolsburg, the Grosser Reb Schmelke. There was in these times a great rabbi in Nikolsburg, the great Mr. Schmelke.
Yeah.
Dieser Mann war Grosser London. This man was a great scholar. Was hat nicht gehabt sein Gleichen in sein Dor, which had no equal in his generation. Und wie seine Alumnus ist gewinn Groß, so ist gewinn Groß euch seine Hasidus und seine Hochma in Weltsache. And just as his scholarship was great, so was his Hasidus, his piety, or I guess, and his wisdom in worldly things, Weltsache. Und sein Etze ist sein Wort. Und sein Etze und sein Wort is given sehr teuer und wichtig, and his advice and his word was very dear and important. Azoi by Yidden und azoi by Christen, by Jews and Christians alike. Und hat geachtet in der Welt wie a göttlicher Mann. And he, I guess geachtet, I guess how's a good octave? Yeah, and he behaved. I guess he was
I think so. I'm
acting
not
like
sure.
a godly, he presented himself as a godly man, a Gettlicher man. Seit sein Leben hat nicht gegeben, kein Haskoma auf ein Sefer und kein Mal hat nicht gegeben, a gefallenem Menschen. And this time, seit right now in his
No,
life.
seit sein Leben, in his lifetime.
Oh yeah, Danke. Yeah, in his lifetime, he did not give any haskoma, any ruling, a haskoma off on a book, and never in Kainmal did he give any kind of document, a kasav for a yored, a fallen man.
Mhm.
Was vor der Room in der Welt zu kleiben, Nedoves wie vor Zeiten pflegen sein die Mode bei uns Jiden. Was any kind of fallen man which travels around the world to receive kind of donations, to beg for donations, as was Farzeiten was as in times far as in times past.
No, we Zeiten that at that time, I think it's that time, not time past.
In the Farzeit, and
Farzeit,
oh yeah, Farzeiten was the fashion among us Jews.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Neely, you wanted to say something?
That this Melumad was against it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The rabbi was against it. He didn't agree to do it. Yes, you're right. Okay, Naomi. ולכן לא עבר לחתום.
Okay. Und daher hat der Reb Schmelke nicht gewollt sich chasmenen euch auf diesen Ksab. And daher, I don't know what that is. And
therefore.
And therefore,
German again.
It's very German. Or it's either German or it's not German. Okay.
No, there is
but in Yiddish, there's a lot of German here. Okay. Reb Schmelke didn't want to sign this very document or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hot
S die Stadtleit sehr verdrossen auf ihm und haben ihm gesagt. Okay, so the city dwellers were angry at him or something.
They didn't like it.
They didn't approve, and they said to him, Rebbe, ihr kennt diesen Menschen nicht gleichen mit anderen Schleppers. Okay, so, my rabbi or learned one, I don't know. Okay,
rabbi.
Okay, diesen, I don't know what that is. It's also German.
Diesen is dead. These people.
You can't. You can't. These people you can't compare with. Other schleppers.
Yeah.
How do you translate a schlepper? So like
someone who just drags themselves along.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ihr kennt doch ihm, als is an ish yashar veyera. I don't know how to say that Hebrew. Veyere Elohim. Okay.
Very religious.
You know him. That you know him, that he is a shar, like honest or straight,
honest.
And God-fearing. Okay. Unser Stadt hat von ihm sehr viel mekabel Teuve given. Okay, so our town, city, from him, we got a lot of good. Was good for us. From him, a lot of good.
We got a lot of good things from him, but that was when he was rich.
Yeah. Und weil wir wissen, wie viel eure Chasima wird ihm in der Welt helfen, sind mechoiv ma'avar zu sein auf euer Miede und muss sich unterchasmenen auf dem Ksad. Okay, this throws me off with all the Hebrew. Okay, wait, let me try. And while we know how much your signature that in der Welt will like in the world will help him in when he's out there in the world. Zent mechoyev ma'avar zu sein auf euer Mied. Okay, help me please with the Hebrew.
Okay, so you are you must ma'avar zu sein to, it's like to forget your ruling. That will be to go over it, but it's not to go over it.
To overcome.
Not over.
No.
To overrule. It's like to overrule whatever you
Overlook.
Overlook. That's it. Overlook.
And Amida is a ruling.
It's not exactly a ruling, but it's kind of like what he believes.
Or a decision or something.
Yeah,
okay.
or what he believes, yeah.
Okay. Und muss sich unterchasmenen auf dem, and you have to sign over or
sign, no, just sign.
Unterchasmenen auf the, okay, so you have to sign on the letter or the contract or the paper.
What is just a moment? What he's saying that even though you do not believe in these things and you think that it's wrong, in this case you have to overlook it and just sign it. Okay, Mariv, you wanted to say?
Yeah, could could that mean undersign or sign at the bottom?
Yeah, it's unterchasmenen. Yeah, to sign that, to sign. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay,
how did they say that he was a good man? Ish Yashar?
Ish Yashar, yeah, he was a good, honest man.
Talking about the guy that owes a lot of money?
But he owes a lot of money because all his belongings he lost everything in the fire.
I didn't think so. Okay.
So it wasn't his fault. He lost everything in the fire. So that's why.
And before that, he was respected and a good person in the community.
Yeah.
Because he was rich.
Yeah,
and he also did good things.
Because he gave charity and
and he gave to charity, exactly. Yeah. Okay, Beverly, you will be our last reader today, Beverly. Velo ava Rav. Okay.
Rav. And then he translates it into Yiddish, right?
Yes, exactly.
Und der Rav hat doch nicht gewollt sich chasmenen, bis wann es ist zu ihm gekommen der Rav Tzaddik allein. All right, I'm going to stop. And the rabbi did not want to sign until it came to him another rabbi.
No, Reb Tzadok is the guy that.
Okay, but they call him Reb. Okay, until Reb Tzadok and his und sein Weib und haben vor ihm bisselach geweint, until this man and his wife came and they were crying a little.
No, bitterlich.
Bitter. I thought it was bitter. Bitter trägen, my mother used to say. Bitter trägen. bitter crying. Und haben ihn.
Yeah, exactly. Nearly translated it into Hebrew.
Thank you. Und haben ihn gebeten, rachamim. In other words, pity.
Like, it's exactly.
Pity, rachmanis. As soll sich über sie
merachem
sein und auf seine kleine Kinder und soll unterschreiben dem Kassel. I think he's trying to tell him to give to his small children,
So this guy and his wife came
right.
and cried,
Crying.
and they asked him for rachmunes, for pity, that he should have pity on them and of them
and the children.
Yeah,
And he
that
should sign the document.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, I
12
think we
o'clock
should.
already? Wow.
Yeah, I think we should stop here because the next paragraph is a very long paragraph.
Sure.
And I think, yeah, it's almost 12 o'clock. So
another word we forgot was schnorring.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah.
That's what they were doing when they do that.
Okay, so if you have any comments about the story, the style, the tradition of schnorring and everything, now is the time.
The rich man would give money to all kind of people, miskenim, yes. And now it's the time that other people, but not in this city, will give back to him.
Yeah, but that should have been that in the same city, they should have taken care of him, not send him away to other places.
Yeah, I don't understand, and maybe I missed those few sentences, why they don't keep him and help him.
Because they couldn't find a way to. They wanted to make him an official, but by the rules, they couldn't do it.
By the rules, or did one person decide that, no, we're not going to do it?
No, in the city, the way they took care of themselves as a community, you didn't appoint someone as official who had so much debt and who, was not, they felt couldn't be trusted. But they knew they could trust him, actually, because he was a good man before. I want to say, I think this probably happened a lot to people. A fire and you lost everything. Fires were not uncommon in the shtetls, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's kind of making an everyman here, even though it's a story about this one guy. It could happen to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And Mina, I just want to say I so appreciate your picking this piece because, having a little bit of Hebrew enriches the Yiddish. The more Hebrew you know, the more you can handle all these, words that come up. So
I put it aside for a long story because it's not for a long time because it's not an easy piece to read. But finally, I said, well,
yeah,
let's do it because
it's so rich for having all the Yiddish and unfortunately all the German. But it makes it even richer to understand.
I like the message. I like the message at the end of it. So, Morty, yes.
So I think that I know my reading has gotten much better. And I see that a lot of other people also have improved over the time that I've been with you guys. And so something that a year ago might have been very difficult is still difficult, but doable. So thank you.
It's getting better. And when we are doing it sentence after sentence, we are doing it all together.
Yes, thank you.
And Morty, you wanted to say something.
No, I just wanted to say, but now two things. One, practice makes perfect.
Yes.
But the second thing related to the story, remember that at the beginning of the story, once he had lost everything, it mentions that the people in the town did help him. But after a while, they didn't know how much more they could help him. Giving him a position in the community was not allowed by the rules, by the charter of the community. So they couldn't figure out what else they could do. That's why they chose this idea of writing a letter and having it signed by the rabbi and sending him to look for something else elsewhere.
But it was very common at the time. It was common at the time to do this.
And remember that in the cities and the shtetl, there were not that many rich people that could support somebody else. They barely made a living.
Okay.
Yeah, but to me, it looks like a du-parzufi. How do you say du-parzufi?
Double-faced, hypocritical.
Yes, because when he was rich, he could help many people, and now they could not help him. And it's
That's a good point,
Yes.
Nili. Good point. Rochale, I see that you.
Yeah, I wanted to say three things. One, following what Nelly just said, that it could be the law of the city, not of the community. And exactly like Marty said, it's a matter of survival, not being cruel. So I would leave it a little bit open for that. The second thing is actually a question to Neely and you. Regarding the name of the store, it kind of reminded me how we called it in Hebrew in the old days, Galanteria, Chanut Sitkit.
Yeah, Galanteria, Galanteria.
Okay, and I remember, Minei Sitkit. I remember something like that also. So that could be a store that have a little bit of everything. It's like a small store. And maybe that's what it means. I forgot the word, something with Gulliver's Choires.
Maybe you know then what it means, galanterie. I saw it also in France.
Galanteria is not rich objects. It's little.
No. She said that it has everything.
Yeah, a store that has a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe that's what.
Not
it kind of makes sense.
Things.
Yeah, and it kind of makes sense because what was left, you know. Yeah, what could he do, you know? The last thing I was going to say in a humorous way is that I turned Thanksgiving to a Jewish holiday, like we do in the Golus. You know, we do outside of Israel. So every day you celebrate it 2 days. So because the Kinder gehen zu den Mechatunim of the erste Tag, ich mach das auf dem zweiten Tag, a Kosher, Danktag auf Freitag.
Remember in Shalom Aleichem, Shana Shandel's husband, he travels to go look for jobs too.
Yes.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but he's never looking for alms. He's never looking for alms. He's doing all kinds of weird jobs,
true.
but he's working for it. He's not taking.
But he's traveling. But he
traveling.
goes away. But he travels.
But he's not taking alms from other people. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
we have two
traveling,
people that I don't know who they are. Who is Marvin and who is Sharon Katz?
Guys, the new guys, would you like to introduce yourself?
Now they're off.
No, I see Marvin is not off.
I mean, they're not, we can't see them.
Okay, maybe next time.
Next time.
Guys,
Here's
you will
Alvin.
introduce yourself. Brenda, I saw that you wanted to ask something.
Das kommende Woche will ich nicht morgen zu lernen.
Okay, great, wonderful. You know, we can try. Everyone is helping everyone else.
Yeah.
Sometimes all together, but you know, we are doing it.
Ist euch gut.
That's the Jewish way.
That's the Jewish way, all together, yeah.
The hakt up the andere.
Oi, Gewalt.
Oi, Gewalt is good, Nili. Today you are shining, Nili.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Fress sich nicht auf zu viel. But this is a fresh Yontem.
Anish wird man a Balbusser.
Balbusser, yeah. Okay, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we will see you next week and continue the story, continue reading the story.
Nice Thanksgiving to the Americans.
Yes, thank you. Thanksgiving in Canada?
Wir haben das gehabt mit dem Monat früher in October.
In October.
Okay. Okay. So, wait, I won't get into it because I will be very politically incorrect, so I'll stop.
Du ist nicht as a große Sache wie in Amerika.
Okay. Okay.
Es ist nicht a große Beziehung.
Es ist nicht a große Beziehung. Okay.
Kluxi Columbus. Kluxi Columbus.
Maybe.
Bye, guys.
Bye. It's too
Ich hab das verspielt. Was hat ihr gesagt? Kannst du überhausen? Hab ich gehört?
Was?
Ich habe verspielt, was sie gewähnt, der Gelächter.
Mit
Nein.
Columbus.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
I'm
Zoe.
ending it.
Bye.